Hey y'all, it's your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia. If this looks lopsided, probably because I don't know how to. I don't really wear hats. I have hats. I have three. I have my Dallas Cowboy Scully. I have the Lisa hat that I made that I can't get rid of because it's just like so freaking gorgeous. And the hat that my mom used to wear. I have three hats. That's it. But when I put this little bucket of cuteness on my head, it's cute. It is. It's adorable. It's darling. I don't ever want to make another one. And I have to finish this one. Yes, I do. And I have to finish this one. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't ever want to make another bucket hat. I don't. No. I don't ever want to have to make another ruffle bucket. And I will. And that's not even what I'm saying. I don't want to make an all black one. Guys. Oh my God. I count stitches. First of all, okay, let me back up. Hey, you guys, it's your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia with another Create and Relate. Guys, I did not check the specs before I got here, but I think we are at that 100 mark for subscribers. Either way, I'm grateful for the ones that I have. I am. And I want to encourage you to keep coming back. Please hit that like button, share, please comment. I do answer all comments. I don't care if it's just a thumbs up. I read and answer all comments. I haven't gotten to the point that I'm like big yet. But I do want to welcome you to September 3rd, the third day of our crochet along. And being that I'm only doing one row a day, I'm going to share this round. Oh, Jesus, I'll get it right eventually, probably on the last round. So, okay. What I usually do, guys, I usually do my bottoms in single crochet and I do my sides in half double crochet. But since this is a crochet along and I'm only doing one row a day with you guys, I decided that I would do this one single crochet throughout, so it would last, because I get to doing the half double crochets. Next thing I know, I look down, I've done 5 rows. But I really want to work on this with you guys. But obviously, if I can do this in like a few minutes, then I can't make this my only thing to work on during the day. I would go absolutely crazy, kind of like kind of mind boggle crazy right now with this. So today was the baby's first day of actually catching the bus from here. They usually stay with Auntie, and Auntie will give them a ride to school, and they catch the bus here in the evenings. Crazy family dynamic. We'll get into it another time. But I'm happy everybody got off okay. But when I tell y'all they plucked the last little nerve that I had, that little, nice nerve that tends to come across to everybody, that nerve. And that's probably why I'm having a hard time with this. I kept putting it off this weekend, guys. I did. Because I knew as soon as I picked it up, whether I had enough sleep or not. Y'all, I got so much sleep yesterday. But whether I had enough sleep or not, I'm going to finish a thought first today, right now. And I knew that it was going to make it hard for me to stay awake. A few things off from that. Now, I got so much sleep yesterday. And sitting back in this chair or I even stood up and leaned on the side of my bed. Went to sleep. Excuse me. But yeah, I got sleep yesterday, which is a good thing. Amidst all of my running around back and forth to the store, and I was tired. I knew I was going to be tired. The one thing about another good thing that happened is I did go to the Dollar Trees, and because of the fact that I went to both and had to have a ride to get there, I was not able to take my scooter. And our Dollar Trees don't have buggies. And I think I told you all, it's like a good maybe not even 20 feet. 2, probably 16 to 18 feet from the door of my room to the kitchen. And I get exhausted walking from there to the kitchen. And I have been working on increasing my steps. I make multiple trips a day. I am so excited at the fact that yesterday I washed, dried, and folded and put away 2 loads of laundry. I have a load in the dryer that has to run a second round, and a load in the washer ready to go in the dryer, and the next load ready to go into the machine. Y'all, I can finally see some of my floor, which is why I didn't really like showing my room right now. Aside from the fact that I have batches of yarn everywhere, I could share that with you all. But our situation had become so dire that I was literally washing out like a few pieces by hand, and my daughter was taking like every quarter we could find until they stopped taking quarters, and she had to use her card. But y'all, it was costing her $8 a load to wash and $8 a load to dry. Just her uniforms. Now imagine spending that 7 times a week. $16. That's $112? $8 times 7 is $56. $116 a week. And it makes you want to go to the rent office and knock on the door and say, "There's your rent right there." So yeah. Having the washer and dryer back is a blessing. And that's only costing us $50 a month. A month. So, did I lose? No. I got a little bit left. It's coming up. I'm seeing a deep dish pizza. Mamma mia. Y'all, I was looking at Juan, the Yarn Addict, last night, and he was singing happy birthday to one of the members. He has a beautiful voice. He really does. He's an accomplished violinist. You guys amaze me with all your talents. You really do. I just think you guys are fantastic. Okay, but back, excuse me, back to getting the babies off this morning. So, they didn't want to cooperate with their time last night. So I told them, I said, hey, you don't get to bed on time. You don't get showered, dressed for bed, and to bed on time. I'm waking everybody up at 4:30. Mind you, they have to be at the bus stop at 6:30. Well, 6:35. And they looked at me. I said, if you think I'm kidding, watch me. So my daughter was like, well, Mom, I don't have to be to work until 8 o'clock. You getting up at 4:32. These are your babies. And you need to make sure they're in the bed on time. You know you got to go to work. So everybody got in bed on time, and my thing was, if we all get up at 5:30, then we should be able to do this. I mean, hey, we have 2 bathrooms, 2 babies, 6 and 8. They know how to use the bathroom, wash their face, brush their teeth, and then get dressed. We do the honor of taking their clothing out. They don't have to pick and choose. The clothes are already out. So while they're doing that, Grandma goes and fixes quick breakfasts because they have the option of breakfast at school, but I want to make sure they get something in their stomachs before they leave. So my idea, I'm going to send you through an ideal morning. Get the babies up at 5:30. Each go to whichever bathroom. Use the bathroom, wash your face, brush your teeth, do whatever you have to do to your hair, which is usually take off a do-rag and take off a bonnet. Shake the braids loose and get dressed. 15 minutes tops, right? While you're doing that, I'm going to pack your lunch. And while I'm packing your lunch, I'm running the clear water through the Keurig. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible so we can have our oatmeal. Or I'm boiling eggs and fixing grits and got the bacon in the oven. Or, it's something to keep things moving along. So by the time you get out of the bathroom, I'm essentially giving you 45 minutes to eat because I put your lunch boxes in your book bags. You have on your clothes. Jackets are right there. And it was chilly this morning. Jackets are right there for you to grab. So all you got to do is put on a jacket and a book bag. And if you want to sit at the bar with your jacket and book bag on and eat breakfast, you have that option. This morning they had boiled eggs and bagels. I kind of think I work better by myself. Because this morning Mama got up. Mama is more, I want to be TV mama. Okay, babies, let's get up. Let's get dressed. Hold on. Let me put your toothpaste on your tooth. Woman. We're preaching independence, but you're treating them like babies. Granted, they are babies, but there's certain things you have to let them do on their own, or they're going to continue to feel entitled and be lazy. Get up? No, it's not a military camp. Grandma is probably one of the easiest grandmas to get along with. Just do what you're supposed to do. So, like I said, we got them on this payment system, right? So, Pete's chores to gather the trash every day. So that consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 of the little grocery bags. See if I can Well, y'all already saw the yarn, but you know, the little shopping bags that you get. And God knows we have thousands. So grab them, tie them up, put them in the storage room. Okay? At the end of the day, if they're full, get a big garbage bag, or if there's trash in the kitchen trash can, put them in that trash can, take that bag out. Whenever you can create a full bag, because we're going to the compactor either every day or every other day. This other chore is to make sure that when I leave on my scooter, if he's here, he opens the door for me. And he has taken it upon himself to sweep. So, these are his chores every day. Every day. We do daily chores. We also have weekly chores. Oompa, or Destiny, every day is supposed to make sure that the scooter is plugged up, open all the blinds and curtains, my room, her mom's room, the living room, and the door, the patio door. Now, in all of that, they are to control and make sure that their toys are cleaned up, not taking out too many and strewing them all over the floor, and making sure at the end of playtime they put their toys up where they belong. Everything has a place. Grandma's OCD. Everything has a place. We took the time to go through these totes for that reason, because they will take every toy and cram it into one of these totes, to the point that the tote that's supposed to stand like this is like this, and then try to cram it in that little bit of hole where toys are falling all out, the front of it is leaning out this far, and I'm like, no, and no, some more. We're not doing that. This is what we're going to do. So and of course, whatever else we ask them to do. If I take the time to wash, dry, and fold clothes, and I put your clothes in a pile and you know where your clothes belong, I'm not going to get up and go out there and put your clothes up. Especially when you know where your clothes belong. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be your enabler. I'm not going to assist in you remaining lazy. Right now, because of the walking I did yesterday, I'm hurting. But I still got up this morning and did what I had to do. I'm here with you guys. I've been crocheting since I've been back. I am, 15 stitches from ending my round here, because I keep putting it down. But I've already looked at 4 videos for this morning. I'm supposed to do at least 12 a day, because I'm learning, So if I can have my cup of coffee, praise him. So I'm saying I did what I was supposed to do. I'm planning on taking my scooter and going back to Dollar Tree, because I'm going to find that $5 yarn. It's going to be in that store. The guy told me yesterday at the one closest to me that they usually get it in. So I'm going to be vigilant. I'm going up there. I have already set the money aside for this. I also need to tell you, I know I keep jumping subject because I'm excited at the same time. So last night, when I went back to Walmart, for whatever reason, some things I forgot to get. I went twice to Walmart yesterday, twice. Another reason I'm so sore, because I had a lot of time I spent out of the apartment yesterday. So when I go back, of course, I always go down the yarn aisle. Every trip in there, I don't care if I don't do anything but just ride down the yarn aisle and at the yarn. So seeing that they still had the $2 clearance sticker still up, I just kind of looked and I knew that most of the yarn that was placed in that area was misplaced. So in trying to relax, release, I was putting yarn back where it belonged. Bad habit of mine. I was stocking, fronting, and facing. I had all that yarn sitting there real pretty atop each other. If it was enough for a two topping, faced real pretty for the public to shop accordingly, easily, accessibly. When I finished 2 shelves, I happened to look way in the back on the bottom shelf. Now, I don't know if somebody returned these or what. It was like, I thought I wiped them out yesterday. There were only 14 up here yesterday, and I took them. Found these 2. So because of my theme-based monthly crochet alongs, and I needed orange for next month and November, I'm like, look at God. That man is awesome. He knew what I needed. So there's my orange for my Halloween and my cornucopia. Still haven't decided what I'm doing for Halloween, but we know what we're doing for Labor Day. So how was everybody's Labor Day? Mine was busy. The reason I ended up going to Walmart twice was because the first time I went, I was totally pissed. I started having an anxiety attack, and I was like, you know what? It's time for me to get in the checkout aisle and leave, because I am just about ready to tell a whole lot of people about themselves, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that, mainly because I'm a peaceful person, and secondly because people are mean. You know, and rather than argue with you, they'd rather take you out. So I was grateful that I had my grandchildren with me, because even when I'm having an anxiety attack, they keep me a certain level calm. You know, I think a lot of shoppers, just like a lot of drivers, need to go to school. I'm not going to say go back to school, because I don't think anybody ever went to school for shopping, you know. But I think shoppers, a lot of them need to go to school to learn how to shop, or how to navigate through the store when you're shopping, especially a store that has aisles. You know, and I'm probably speaking mainly of grocery stores right now, you know. But if you're on an aisle, it's like a side street that feeds into main aisles, which is like a highway. You know that you don't jump out of your house onto a highway. There's a process that you go through to get there, and precautions that you take before you jump there. You don't run out of an aisle onto a main passageway without making sure it's safe. I have already resolved that I am not riding my scooter slow in Walmart anymore. Not this one anyway. Not doing it. Not doing it. Because what happens is, if I'm going, most of my things are right off the main aisle. So I'm like in and out. I go in. I'm being patient and waiting for people, typically, to do whatever it is they're going to do. The people that get just inside the front door, I'm talking in the foyer, between the 2 sliding doors, and decide they want to stop right there and read their grocery list, call home and ask what they're supposed to be getting from the store, not stepping aside, just standing there. Just standing there. Like nobody has anything to do but stand there. By the way, I did finish my row. My round. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get it right. I promise you. So, if they're not doing that, then they're standing in the middle of the aisle. I mean, Acknowledge that other people want to shop too. I usually try to stay all the way to the right because, excuse me, it's the respectable thing to do. So I have learned going down this main aisle that there's no traffic on the left side. It's I forgot what they call those aisles. It'll come to me. But it's where they put the big advertised pallets. On the left side of that pallet, that's generally clear. That's where I go. A regular trip to Walmart is straight back to the water, get a case of water, swing right around to the creamer, scoop up some creamer, go all the way around to the bologna or the Lunchables, snatch that up, come back around to the bread, head to the checkout. If I want cereal, we eat Kellogg's, close to the front, scoop right off the aisle. Chips to go with the kids' snacks, $2 chips right there off the main aisle. Everything that I want is right off the main aisle, just about. If I go over to go shopping, that's different. Stay to the right. These people come flying out of these aisles like they're being chased by SWAT. You know, and yesterday what bothered me was that I did have my grandkids with me, and this man hit my scooter the first time, and typical me, I'm like, don't worry about it, no harm, no foul, we're good. And he proceeds to say, you need to stay out of the way. Excuse me, but I'm here shopping too. So we part. He goes his way, I go my way. I'm coming up the main aisle at the other end of this aisle. Okay? Now 2 aisles past this aisle, close to the front. He comes barreling out again, this time nearly missing me. Decides to call me the B word. I told you to stay the F out of my way. I said, kind sir, this is a public store. I think everybody in here right now except the workers are shopping. People are going to get in people's way. But that's not even what this is about. This is the main aisle. You're coming off of an aisle. It doesn't matter. Get the F out of my way. Okay. All right. Please don't continue to use that language around my grandbabies like that. Who the F are you? Okay, babies, let's go. Let's go. Because I have one who will shut down before she explodes. That's the autism in her. And I have the other who's extremely protective and will just start running his mouth. But now, when I have an anxiety attack, my throat starts feeling like it's closing up, and I'm finding it hard to breathe. It's like, and then I'm shaking, and my heart starts beating really fast. And I'm like, I gotta move, because at this point, the me in me, not the blood of Jesus cleansed in me, but I want to put these little brown bunnies to work, but I'm not, because it's pointless. So when we're at the checkout, I'm in line. There was another young lady that I had encountered a few times in the store, and I said to her, we just keep running into each other, and we both chuckled. So this guy proceeds. Now, mind you, I've got groceries. This lady looks like a nurse or something, and it looks like she's headed home from work. So I told her, I said, when we get up here, I know I have less than 15 items, but you're welcome to go in front of me. It looks like you're trying to get home. She was like, I am. And thank you. So the line is moving up, moving up, moving up. And this guy comes up and he proceeds to purposely push his basket between me and the person in front of me. And then he stepped away to go shopping for something. I don't want my grandbabies involved. So I lifted the arm of my scooter. I got up. I pushed his basket back. And I proceeded to scoot ahead. Now, at the point that I scooted up this time, there is a barrier here. At first, it was just open line. But we've reached this barrier. And you can't get in front of me anymore. So he comes up, addresses me as the B word again. Did you move my basket? I said, yes, sir, I did. Yes, sir, I did. I was in line. I said, so was I. I don't care. At this point, a Walmart worker hears what's going on. Unbeknownst to me, she heard the second encounter back in the store. Not the first one, but the second encounter. She steps up with security. I don't know what they ended up doing with him. I don't care what they ended up doing with him. And it's rare that you will hear me say about another human being that I don't care. But I don't care what they did with him. I don't. I'm just grateful for the fact that I was able to go to a register, a manned register, have my items rung up. I had my own bag, my Michael's bag with my 1,072 uses for duct tape, and had it packed, had my babies, and we headed home. And a different Walmart worker that lives in the same apartment complex I live in walked with us home. But by this time, my throat is starting to close up and my heart is beating. I'm not shaking really bad, but I know that this is the onset of an anxiety attack, and So when my daughter got home, I was still trying to calm down from that, and she said, Mama, what happened? What's going on? And I told her about it, and I said, it's too easy to say, maybe I need to stop shopping. Maybe I need to let somebody else handle this for me. I said, but I'm not going to let people stop me or hinder me from living. I'm tired of seeing people put in that predicament, and I'm tired of being in that predicament. And here we go with today's word, which is self-value. I value myself more than that. I'm a human being just like the next person. And if I can get out here and do for myself, I deserve that right. So yes, because of the fact that I value myself that much, at least, I'm not going to let someone else come and take me out of commission. It's not their call. That's not their call. The first time a doctor told me that they wanted me to go out on disability was in 2000. This is when they first realized that I had a heart problem. They just didn't know what it was, because I just kept going to the emergency room and kept going and kept going and kept going, and they couldn't pinpoint what the problem was. Your heart looks healthy. It's enlarged, but it looks healthy. There is no damage to it. Your arteries and veins are clear. There's no buildup. Everything looks healthy. So I'm not understanding. We see that you're having these palpitations. You've walked around for 2 weeks with a heart monitor on. So we see that you're having them. We're not disputing that. We just don't know where they're coming from. We see that, for a period of time, a couple of seconds here, a few seconds there, your heart is not beating, but we don't know what's going on. So I have been dealing with this since 2000. That was the first time I had what they called a myocardial infarction, which is a form of a heart attack. I was 36. So I knew that I was in a place that I could still do for me. And this doctor, who only saw me maybe 3 or 4 times a year, I didn't feel he was in a position. He was not a cardiologist. He was a family medicine doctor. And I just didn't feel that he was in a position to tell me to stop working. I think he thought that he thought that I was the type of person who just wanted the easy way out. No, because what people think is the easy way out is almost an impossible way of life, and you have to try to find ways to make it work. They don't give you enough in that disability check to sustain a life by yourself. So you have to have something else. And I figured if I was going to go on disability with limited work, then I might as well work. That didn't get free money from the government, and they tell me I can only work 24 hours a week. I wasn't understanding that. So, no sticking today. I got to tell you about that too. They're not bed sores. I call them that. I thought they were bed sores, but they're not. And I'm not embarrassed as to what they are. You all, I don't wear incontinence products. I am very capable of making it to the bathroom on time. I don't leak when I cough or sneeze or laugh. None of that. I have a very strong, healthy bladder. But I have communicating thighs. They hold conversation like my grandson Pete. All day, every day. And because of the friction, I have developed what is the adult version of a diaper rash. So my doctor, bless her heart, has me on A&D ointment and Desitin. So, and it's working like really, really, really well. I am so happy at the way it's working. I almost wanted to put it on this. I'm like, but no, she says no. It's completely different. But I was like, but if the zinc works, then it's. But that's been my life. That was my Labor Day. Okay, I feel like I worked for my Labor Day. Whew. I thought you were supposed to get a day off, but what I was telling you back to self-value is that I knew what I had in me. I valued myself enough even back then to not just give up at the word or the whim of someone who I thought that I just wanted the easy way out. So we all have to be in tune with ourselves, and we have to know what we're capable of. And I'm not saying push beyond your limits, because you don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to hurt yourself. But if you know that you're capable, you have to assess your own value and see or know what you alone are capable of, and do that. Do that. So, I thank you for sticking with me through day 3 of our crochet along. I am back with the ruffles. I have been doing this one row since I dropped the kids off at the bus stop. I think I told y'all I was working off of one hat, and this is the hat that I was working off of. I'm questioning if I got the right one. I don't know. But the other one fits so much better. It does. This one is still big, but this one fits so much better. To me it does. It doesn't just sit atop my head, but I'm gonna finish those ruffles too. I am. Guys, I'm in a good place. I am. Don't think that I'm not. I just, we all have those moments. We all have those days. I did all that brushing to my hair and then rammed the hat on top of my head. Whew. Today is one of those, excuse me, but today is one of those days. But it's good. It's good. I'm gonna hop up now. I told myself I wanted to leave at 9 o'clock and go to Dollar Tree. So it's like 9:15. I'm gonna head up there. I love you guys, and I want you to love you too, because you can't love me the way I deserve to be loved if you don't love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. Keep that in mind until we meet again. Peace.